There, it's Donna, and we're going to get started today. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the conversation that we're going to start this month. We started off last month with a lot of conversation around all kinds of things that have to do with our mindset, our emotions, all kinds of things. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to start a brand new conversation. I'm looking for a couple of things. I want to be sure and get us switched over. There it is. I want to be sure and share it to everyone so they can watch us and join us. And if you're joining us live, I would love it if you would pop a message in the chat and say hello so that I can respond back to you. Like I say, I can't always grab your comment right whenever you make it, but I always do go back and say hello and answer your questions, and just to say thank you so much for being part of this community here live. This month, the month of December 2021, if you're watching this later, we are going to be talking about confidence all this month. And my goal is to, every day except a holiday, Monday through Friday, to pop on here about 9 a.m. and for us to have a short 20-minute conversation. So this is what I would love for you to do. If you could do this for me, please. If you have any questions about confidence, anything, any kind of questions about confidence, if you would pop them into the chat or send me a private message or even email me, Donna at donnawoolam.com, I would love to be able to take your questions and be able to answer them, or at least begin the conversation about answering them. It helps me to be able to just dig into the subject matter and to know more about what I'm talking about, because that's what we want, right? We want answers. We don't want just someone to make us feel better about ourselves. We want real answers for transformation. I am Donna Woolam. I am your dream advocate and reinvention coach. You can learn more about me through my different social media channels. I like to say wherever you are, I'm probably there too. However, I do not have a TikTok channel. Just telling you, I am a horrible dancer. I don't think I want to be seen on TikTok trying to do any kind of dances. And I really love long form conversation. I love to be able to have a conversation with, like this, with you, and talk about what's going to bring transformation to our lives in the realm of confidence. Hang on a second. Real life here. Let me take a drink of water. So, real life, talk too much or talk enough and you get a frog in your throat. It's coming back again. Hang on a second. Girl, I had no sound on, did I? You couldn't hear me at all. It was all muted. That's so aggravating. So aggravating. Okay, let's just talk about this quickly again. I muted it so that I could cough and forgot to unmute it. So if you heard this, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again. We're talking about confidence and all of the realms of confidence and how important it is to have whole confidence. Our mind, our emotions, our thought patterns, our conversation, our relationships, our physical confidence in who we are, mind, body, spirit, soul, all of those different things. And so for me, one of the foundation scriptures is Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. And if you're a lip reader, you know that that was a highly abbreviated version of what I just shared. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6, being confident of this very thing. So having trust, because confidence is trust. Trust. That he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. So that the very first place that we have to press in and get that confidence is in God himself. And for Christians, that is our foundation. And we have to ask ourselves, and I'm going to ask you the hard question, do you believe that God is trustworthy? And for most Christians will say, well, yes, he is. But then in your quiet moments, when you're thinking about maybe God disappointed you in some place in your life, then your confidence is maybe shaken a little bit. And this is the place where the enemy really wants to come in and kick you off of the foundations of life, because is God really trustworthy? Can we be really confident that he is who he says he is? He'll do what he says he will do. And you know, the scripture tells us that because he could make a promise by no other thing, he made a promise on himself. And I don't mean to be dishonoring or disloyal, but you know, whenever I was a kid, I would be telling my mom, I promise to God it's the truth. And so when God made a promise, he promised on himself that he would keep his word, that he's not like us. He's not going to lie. And we don't understand how all of that works out sometimes. You know, there's a lot of questions there, and I'm not trying to get into a deep theological discussion about who God is. All I know is that he's faithful. And if he says I can be confident that he's going to complete what he started in me, then I need to put my trust in that, because confidence is trust. I need to put my trust in that God is faithful to do what he said he would do. So as we are moving forward in our conversation over the next days and weeks of December, then what we're going to be talking about is this bold confidence. Not just confidence, not just the confidence to get up in the morning or to go to your work, or that you have maybe the skills that you need to do the job that you do, or to make the cake or any of that kind of stuff. I'm talking about activating and walking into and leaning into the kind of confidence that will take you out of where you are comfortably today, so that you can begin to fulfill the plans and the purposes of the good work that God has begun in you, so that you can lean heavily into him, being confident of this very thing, that God is faithful. So as we begin to kind of move through this, and I want to just kind of hit, just in case you missed this in the muted section of my talking today, is that we are going to be building a foundation of trust and confidence. Foundation and trust and of confidence in our thoughts. And, you know, if you're going to hang out with me, we're going to talk about your thoughts, my thoughts, because I know how messed up mine can be. I know how I can find myself in a mind loop that wants to destroy and discredit everything that I believe. I mean, this happened to me the other night. I went to bed and my brain just started bringing up all kinds of junk. And I had to really coach myself to bring myself back into that place of full faith and assurance in what God has said and what He's promised. So, yeah, the mindset is so powerful when we start to talk about confidence, and we're going to talk about pieces of that in all of this, and then in our emotions, because listen, you've heard me talk more than once that our emotions are a direct chemical reaction to the thoughts that we have. Our thoughts, our emotions just are that way. And our feelings, then we can work to control that. So when you're working to create this bold confidence and working to create these bold, confident moves, what happens is that we get afraid. It's like, wow, how can I be that person? But listen, my goal, my aim for the end of December is that we would have created, and it has just run through my mind like crazy today, that we would create that giant slaying, mountain moving, water walking, nation changing, family transforming, bold confidence that Jesus Christ Himself walked on the earth, because it says that we are made in His image. We are His image bearers in the earth. And if God is the one who defeats the giants, then He's put within us this image of being giant defeaters, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of resistance is out there. We're going to talk about that too, whether it's your physical, your emotional, or spiritual resistance to the big things that God has placed within your heart. We're going to talk about how to have confidence in those areas and move through that. It doesn't matter what you're carrying from your past and all of your disappointments and all of the lies you've been told, the lies you've told yourself, all of that mess. We're going to talk about how you can create in your mind bold confidence to move forward. We're going to talk about how you can take all of the good ideas that you have and have the bold confidence to put action to them. So if that sounds like something you want to be part of this month, I want you to be sure and not only just like my Facebook page, Donna Woolam, author. I think it's Donna Woolam, Donna K. Woolam, author. But not only do I want you to like the page, but whenever you click on the three little dots next to the video that you're watching today, you can click get notifications so that every time I go live, you're going to get a notification in your feed or on your phone or your device that I'm going live, and we can have this conversation. I want to encourage you again, if you have questions, comments, whether you like what I say or don't like what I say, I want to hear from you. Be sure and put those in the comments. If you want to talk about particular kinds of confidence, let me know that. We'll dig into that. We've got a lot of days here between December 1 and December 31. And, I love, there was a comedian who says, we're on here 24/7, taking time out for meals, of course. So we're going to be on here Monday through Friday, taking time out for holidays and family time and all of that. But you can join me at approximately 9 a.m. every weekday morning so we can talk about confidence. And I believe that God has something for you in this. Maybe you are a really confident person already. Maybe you are. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't need this. But I want to ask you, is there something that you're not moving forward on that just like a little smidge, a little tweak might help you to be bold and confident and able to walk out in a bigger way in what you're doing? Or maybe you're like I've been in my past. I was super shy and not confident and hidden away. I kept myself hidden all the time. And I was forced into a situation, which was waiting tables, where I had to walk up to people and talk to them. And that was the beginning of me being able to have confidence to come here and talk to you today. Small steps make big impact, and we're going to talk about some of those too, and how you can begin to create some small intentions, put some small actions behind them, and move yourself forward in a powerful way. If any of this resonates with you and you are not content just to listen to a video or watch a video, and you really want to have a deep heart-to-heart conversation, then please go over to my website at donnawoolam.com and request your free clarity conversation, your free clarity conversation where it is about an hour of conversation on what you want to talk about. There's no pitch on it where I'm going to be trying to hard sell you something. If it makes sense to you and makes sense to me at the end of the conversation, I will let you know how you can work with me further. But listen, don't feel like that you have to come on there and that you must decide that you want to be one of my coaching clients, because it really is a conversation. I am made in this earth to help people be strong in their faith and strong in their actions. I am a dream advocate. I'm in your corner to have a conversation with you about what is in your heart and how to get it moving in your life. I really want to thank you. Thank you for your patience, for the quiet spot in the video. Holy cow, live recording, right? Thank you for that. Thank you for hanging in here with me. Thank you for just investing your time with me today. And if this has been of value to you, please be sure and like it or give me a big heart. I love to see the hearts. And please be sure to share this with your friends. And I'm going to go back in there and put that there's a few minutes of silence there, just so your friends will know I'm not trying to make you read my lips. So thanks so much. I pray that the God of all peace, the God of all hope, and God of all comfort would make himself real to you today, and that you will know that you are deeply and greatly loved. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.